No matter what game you play nowadays, there's going to be unwritten rules within those games. Elder Scrolls Online, World of Warcraft, and even Fallout 76 have these unwritten rules. Now, you might be asking, what are unwritten rules? Unwritten rules are basically rules made up by the player to have a better experience in the games, and a lot of players do follow these rules. So I basically went on to the Fallout 76 subreddit and asked the question, what are the unwritten rules? And you guys did not disappoint, because we had over 1,000 comments on this post, and they were very good advice for new players to get started in the game and to understand what the community is like overall. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. So the first comment, and probably the most upvoted comment on this post, was if you see a naked player with a wanted level, shoot them, they want to die. Now you might be asking the question, why do they want to die? So when you become wanted in this game, you will be seen on the map as a wanted player. But not only that, when you're doing events, players can kill you to get rid of your wanted level, and you do not want that. So the second you get a wanted level, which will happen if you're using the infiltrator perk and you're in somebody's camp and you accidentally open something that they have locked, you will want to go up to a player to get them to kill you, and that will get rid of your wanted level. And the reason you want to run up to them naked is because if they're using an explosive weapon and you had your armor on, they will damage your armor. So it's just easier to run up when you're naked. They will be able to kill you easier, and you will no longer have that wanted level. So the second comment, and this one is very important. Don't require a visitor to your camp to pass through a decontamination shower to enter your camp or use your vendor. It might seem like you're getting rid of all of the visitors' rads in a kindness, but actually several builds require players to have a large amount of rads in their system. And this comment is very, very true. So the reason a lot of players run around with high radiation is because they're running a bloody build. A bloody build is basically they have low health but they do high damage. And a lot of players run this because they want to be able to kill the bosses very, very quickly. And if that player does end up going to your camp and they have to go through a decontamination shower and that gets rid of all the radiation, it's just going to annoy the player themselves. So if you don't have that in your camp, and you just have a door that just leads into your camp, it is way better for them players. So the next comment is very, very simple. When somebody waves at you, wave back at least. It's just polite. You want to make friends in this game, and the easiest way is either when you see another player, just give a little wave, send them a heart, something like that, or even just do a little dip teabag. You know, it's just a nice way to interact with other players, and who knows, maybe they'll invite you to the team, maybe they're doing voice chat, maybe you're going to make a friend, and we all need friends when we're playing this game. If you want to do expeditions or the daily ups, having a few friends is just going to make it a lot easier rather than needing to rely on randoms. So the next comment is very, very easy. Turn off the microphone if you're not talking in game. And this one, I feel like it is a very important rule to go by. So basically, if you're not talking about something in the game or talking to somebody in the game, your microphone should not be on. You might forget that you have your microphone on, and you could be on the phone and it's a very important phone call. You could be on with the bank, giving out some of your information, telling somebody where you live, anything like that. But you don't know who's listening on the other side. So just be careful when you're out and about and you're using your microphone. If you're not talking to somebody in the game or you're not talking about something in the game, you should not have your microphone on. So the next comment is very, very good. Not your card, don't start, seismic activity, and encrypted. Now you might be asking, what does this comment mean? This is the one rule that everybody should follow in this game. So basically, there is going to be certain events that you need certain things for. For example, encrypted, you need a recall card. You get these recall cards from any of the train station vendors, but these cards are not cheap. But basically, once you have this card, you just need to go over to the event site and you need to go up to the terminal and you will activate the event. And once the event is activated, a lot of the players will start coming towards the event. And trust me, you will want these players to come to the event, so you might as well wait. And if you do end up coming to the event and you notice that the encounter has not started, don't go over to the terminal and do not start the encounter. It should be the person that spent their caps on the recall card to start the encounter, because they know that they should wait for more players so they can actually get the event done. And if you do go to the event and you start the encounter and it wasn't your card that was used, you're going to be shot at and you're going to be emoted on, because a lot of players frown upon this behavior. It's probably the most important unwritten rule in Fallout 76, and I just hope that you follow this rule because a lot of players do hate it. So the next comment, and this one is very similar to the one that we just talked about. Don't start a public event straight away. Wait for a few minutes for other players to show up. So basically, when you go to a public event, there is going to be a timer in the top right corner, and you will want to wait for that timer to go down to the last minute. This will give other players enough time to get to the event, and you will be able to complete the event with a full set of players. There is not worse than a good event like Radiation Rumble or Eviction Notice popping up in your game and you fail on that event because there was not enough players at it. And if you do wait for more players, trust me, everybody's going to be happier and you are going to be getting a lot of Fallout love. So the next comment is, don't be toxic. One of the only game communities that I've seen that actually follows this rule and punishes those who don't. And this person is not wrong. This is probably one of the most friendly communities that I've been in. There are a few toxic players in this community, but the good outweighs the bad. And trust me, there is so many different ways of being toxic in this game, but don't do it. Trust me, guys, you don't want to make enemies in this game. If you scam a player, you're going to be on a blacklist up on Reddit and you will literally get nobody to trade with you. If you go around continuously shooting somebody, you're going to just make a bad name for yourself. It's not a good look for you, and to be honest, it's just not a good way to play this game. You're out in the wasteland. You will need help when you're doing events, daily ops, expeditions, all of those different activities. And the best way to do it is just be a friendly player and make friends within the game. You do not want to make enemies. It's not a good way to play this game, and it's just very frowned upon. So the next comment, and this one had me laughing quite a bit. If vendor prices are insane, go around that person's camp and turn off all the lights. And before you think that we're being serious, this is just more of a joke rule. Let's say you go to somebody's camp and you see them selling a mole miner gauntlet and it's a ridiculous price. This is more of a slap to the face of the community. A new player is going to go to this camp and think that the mole miner gauntlets are amazing. They're going to buy the mole miner gauntlets and sell them for more at their camps. That is not the case. So if you do see something for a ridiculous price, all you have to do is turn off all the lights in somebody's camp, maybe leave some rotten food in front of the vending machine so people know that their prices suck. But once again, this is more of a joke rule. You don't even need to do any of that. That is just if you want to join in on the fun. So the next comment, and this one is just a general rule. Anything not locked down is free to take. So if you go to somebody's camp and they have a lot of purifiers, anything like that, go over and loot them. You do not need any permission to loot them as long as they're not locked. So you might as well take advantage, get all that purified water, go to a train station and sell them for caps. Just a nice easy way to farm a lot of caps in this game. And once again, if they're not locked down, it is free to take. So the next comment, and this one is for the daily ops. When in a daily ops, give a thumbs up to let everybody know when you're ready. Don't rush in straight away. It will cause the timer to start. And this one is very important. Once you load into a daily ops, the second you go past a certain area, the timer will start. And if your team is not in there to help you out, you're going to have a bad time. So it's just always good that once you spawn into that location, wait a few seconds and give your teammates a thumbs up to let everybody know that you're ready to go. So the next comment said, pipe is life. Do I need to say anything else about it? Pipe is life. Let's move on. You want to know something? Sometimes I feel like people just want to see the world burn. Somebody left a comment. Always put Nuka Shine in your punch bowl. If you don't know what Nuka Shine is, Nuka Shine, once you drink it, you pass out and teleport around the map. And somebody left this comment on the post, and 85 people upvoted it. 85 people agreed with this person. 85 people of you are just pure fucking evil, and I love it. Never mind, I went down a little further and I found a comment saying drink from the punch bowl. A very innocent comment. Then underneath that, if somebody gives you a bottle of Nuka-Shine, drink from it. This one is just pure evil. Like, guys, you just want to see the world burn. Okay, guys, I think I had enough of Reddit for one day. As you can see, we got a lot of helpful tips in this video and a lot of evil ones. I don't want to point out any names, but we can all see the usernames. But without further ado, thank you for watching. If you did enjoy the video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Down in the description, you're going to see some of the links to my socials. Go check them out, and also go and check out our Discord. But thank you for watching, and see ya.